Hello everybody and welcome to my all new F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. We will be doing a season of 16 races this season. I just feel like doing a shorter season because obviously when we do have the new tracks available, it'll be a 23 race season, so hopefully for Season 2 we'll have more tracks available to us. Right, so I've decided to call the team Joe H2O Racing. Inside joke, because H2O is the symbol for water, and my name is Waters. Yeah, it's not even funny. Anyway, I've decided to go with a Honda Power Unit, and because of an inside joke with my sister, Artem Markelov as my teammate. Right, let's reveal this car. So there is the Joe H2O R01, the very first Joe H2O racing car. Now, I did do a My Team Career Mode on F1 2020, but I didn't finish it off properly, but look at that. Now, I'm not going to lie, there is some inspiration taken from Tia McMurdoch's designs. Go watch him, he's a great YouTuber, and he's a lot better at the game than I am, because I still race with some of the assists. But anyway, I'm not going to lie, I was struggling to get to grips with the handling model of this new game, so it really took me quite a few practice laps in order to properly dial in with this circuit, and indeed dial in with this handling model, as well as dialing in this new car, which hopefully I will take to a Constructors and Drivers Championship, and I hope that you get to witness me doing so, because like I said, I didn't complete the F1 2020 career mode. I came second in the championship one season though, after bottling the lead by crashing at Abu Dhabi, but I never completed it. So, but hey, we're gonna restart here, and hopefully within 3 or 4 seasons we will be drivers champion. That is the aim. So we're now into qualifying, where as you can see I'm dialed into the circuit that little bit better, and I'm really liking the feel of the car that little bit more. And Bahrain is obviously one of my favourite circuits to drive. I really enjoy driving this circuit, and we're giving it everything in qualifying to just try and get through the first part, which should be relatively straightforward because we do have a semi-decent car to begin with. We have thrown some upgrades on it, and to be fair, we even just narrowly missed out on Q3, so to start off that strong, that's a good start for us. I'm really pleased to say that we were literally just a fraction off of getting into the final part of qualifying.
Rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo and Norris, Vettel, Stroll, Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, Joker, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda and Ocon, Gasly, Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher and George Russell, Markelov, Giovinazzi, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin, And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right then, let's begin this career mode. We have 5 lights, and it's lights out and away we go. Sainz got quite a good jump there. We nearly lost it on the start line through so much wheel spin. I had to fight just to keep the car pointing in one direction. Ocon has gone full send up the inside, but we just maintained P14 there, and that was a bit of a difficult start, and I'm nearly losing it on the start line. That was not the way I wanted to go at all. Right then, trying to have a look up the inside of Fernando Alonso. It's just not happening here, though. In fact, Gasly has just nipped me straight around the outside. So, not the best start at all. We're down 4 places, and there is a virtual safety car out, because from what I can hear in my ear, Nicholas Latifi has dropped out of the race. So, not quite sure what happened to him, but on the restart, Markelov is getting very interested in taking P15 away from me. I'm going to try and defend that, but I don't think he's quite got the legs. I've had to take avoiding action at the last minute, though. Nearly getting caught out and slamming into Pierre Gasly. Nearly losing it at the exit of turn 2 and 3 there. And somehow holding on to P14. But it's not over yet, because Gasly's going to have a look up my inside there. But he's just... I'm going to try and hold it out around the outside, which is what I have done. And we are now currently holding on to P14. Right, lap 3. And you'd think we'd start settling into the race now, but unfortunately that's not happened. We've clipped the curb and we've literally gone straight round. We have just done a Mazepin and gone round at turn 2 and 3 there. Well, that was more turn 1, but shh. Anyway, now the aforementioned Mazepin is up the inside. We're going to try and hold him out around the outside, which is what we have done. And we are holding on to P18. It has been a dismal start to this race. We lost a few places off the start, and then we had that spin, which has really set us back. Right, lap 4, and now we're trying to catch up with Mick Schumacher and Kimi Raikkonen. We're racing right at the back of the field, so this is not where we wanted to be. I was hoping to be sort of right in the mid-pack and fighting for a point here, so we've got a bit of a recovery job to do, but hopefully if we can work the strategy and go long, maybe there'll be a few one-stoppers in front of us that we can capitalise on. Right, Mick Schumacher is up first. We're going to try and get a great run out of here, and then we can maybe consider having a look up the inside. Mick's already covering, so I'm going to go to the outside, and we're going to get alongside the Haas and go round the outside of the final corner, and that is the move done. I'm quite pleased with that move, actually. That was a gutsy move, and Mick, to be fair to him, he had his elbows out there, but we were just able to get the traction out of the corner, use more grip on the outside, and that was the move done. Right, next lap, Kimi Raikkonen. He is our next target. Again, he covers, so we're going to go to the outside line. Kimi going a little tighter into the corner, which gave me a better run, but then I went deep and I had to back out of it because I had 4 wheels off the circuit, so I didn't want to complete the move when I had 4 wheels off the circuit. So now we've got Kimi on my inside. We're going to try and brake later into the first corner. Round the outside we go. Kimi's still there, but we got a better exit out of there, and that is another position. Also behind us, a few cars have pitted, including Lando Norris. Right, next up is our teammate Artem Markelov, and I'm going to want him out of the way as quickly as possible as I go round the outside to try and do the same move. Markelov, however, proving more difficult to pass, completely getting his elbows out and not allowing me any room there at all. But as soon as we get onto the straight, I've got DRS, I've got overtake, forget about it. Remember who hired you, Artem? I could so easily do an Alan Sugar and just fire you on the spot. Also, while that's going off next lap, Lando Norris is on Markelov, and look at the traffic jam that's starting to build. But with the cars that have pitted and the cars that haven't all just battling each other. So, yeah, that's all crazy. Right, Lando Norris is now right up to me. I'm trying to create some gap between myself and Markelov. Norris is making a bit of a late lunge down the inside, and he has tagged us. Should I have given him a bit more space? Probably. We're rejoining now, and we have collected Mick Schumacher. And, well, I'm not even going to argue that penalty. That was deserved. But, guys, I'm not sure whose fault that was, because Lando committed to that very, very late. That was very obviously my fault, and I'll take responsibility for that. But, yeah, it just looks like Lando just sort of half committed there. And as I was taking my racing line, it's just like he half committed and he just didn't have his car fully up the inside there. So I don't know. Maybe that's a racing incident between me and Norris, but I do have to apologise for completely destroying Mick Schumacher's afternoon. And then on my way to the pits, I've noticed Raikkonen has just parked it on the apex. Look at these cars battling each other as the safety car comes out. There's a McLaren that stops on the outside there as well. And then Kimi just came to a dead stop on the apex. What is going on in this race? This is insanity so far. But we've made our pit stop. We've gone onto hard tyres. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that is it. I'm not planning to make any further pit stops in this race. So my intention at this point is that I'm going to the end of the race. So we are now up with George Russell getting ready for the restart. I am eager to go, but I think George and the others just caught me napping a bit there, and that's going to leave me vulnerable maybe to Giovinazzi, but he doesn't seem to be anywhere near me. So yeah, we're now heading into the next lap, trying to go for the first corner. There's a yellow flag, there's an incident. Markelov has come to a stop. I think he's clattered into someone. Yes, Markelov is out of the race. Also out of the race is Giovinazzi. What the hell has happened there? So riding on board with Giovinazzi, he's just gone smashing into Ocon. I don't understand. It's like he just forgot the car had brakes. You see, Ocon braking as everyone else is braking there. And Markelov just caught out by that. And then we're going to see Giovinazzi. Well, we're watching Ocon battling Mercedes at the moment. We're just going to see Giovinazzi here getting caught out by all this as well. And what happened? Well, that's just silly. That's just silliness on Giovinazzi. I don't know if he was just completely asleep there or not. But what a bizarre incident. I've never seen anything like that happen on an F1 game before. That is a first. Right, Lando Norris is really holding me up now because he has got what appears to be quite severe front wing damage. But of course, because of the torque and the engine power he's got, we can't get anywhere near him on the straight. So I have to do it while he's struggling through a corner, which is what we're going to do here. We're just going to nip him up the inside. Right, Lando is taken care of. Now we've got to try and catch Ocon and Hamilton. And we're currently running in 15th place, but there appears to be a lot of drivers on soft tyres. So I just wonder, are there any other drivers that are going to pit in front of us? And does that then allow us a chance to make our way back into the points? And in fact, yes, there are quite a few cars pitting because we have made our way now into P6. Yuki Tsunoda is P5 and he's battling Lewis Hamilton at the moment. How many more cars are going to pit? Another lap, 3 more cars into the pit. Look at that race order. We've got Hamilton leading, Tsunoda second, and we are in third. It's a great day so far for both AlphaTauri and Joe H2O Racing, because both cars are on the podium so far. But there are 10 laps to go, and that's a lot of race to have to fight off a lot of other cars. Right, here comes Bottas. Well, we just couldn't fight that off at all, could we? He just zoomed past us and made it look like we were stationary. Like, there was no way of fighting that one. So Bottas is through. He's probably going to get after Tsunoda, and me and Tsunoda are becoming the battle for third. But also we've got Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo closing us down. So this is Constantinoing together. This could be quite a big finish here. We are just about catching Tsunoda, but it's taking a bit of time to do so. We've got 4 laps to go, and this is starting to Constantina, but there's a yellow flag. What's happened? It's Tsunoda! No! I'm gutted for him. He was running in P3 there, and his car just blows up. But that now puts us back in the podium position, and Verstappen's now out of the race. What's happened here? So Tsunoda's blowing up and Verstappen has just driven straight into him. And it looks like someone's clattered into the Max as well. What has happened here? Right, here's Seb Vettel. And, well, he's just collected both of them. This has been a very highly unusual Bahrain Grand Prix. But what this has allowed is for us to now be running in P3. The safety car is now out though, and part of me was hoping, please, can it stay out till the end? Can we have a safety car finish? Unfortunately, that is not the case. We're away and racing again. I was getting very racy trying to anticipate the start and maybe have a look at one of the Mercedes. Unfortunately, that's not happened. But we are now underway in P3 and we've got 2 laps to try and hold on to a podium here. And what an epic podium that would be if we could hold on to it. Daniel Ricciardo, though, is now up my inside, and unfortunately I think he's going to have a way through. We're going to try and hold it around the outside, but Ricciardo is still there, and he has got the move done. I don't know if we'll be able to have a look at him later. Oh, we've gone very wide there. That's going to put pay to that. And then we've run Perez out of road there. I've made a very bad line there, trying to keep up with Daniel Ricciardo, and I made a mistake. Now Perez and Stroll, the former teammates, are battling over P5. What a crazy Grand Prix we have had here. I nearly lose it out of the double left there, and that's allowed Perez straight on me. I'm going to try and go around the outside of Perez here, but I think Perez has got this move done. Yes, he has. We've gone wide. Stroll now going through, and from looking at a potential podium, we are now down to P6 with both the Ferraris all over me. Leclerc and Sainz ready to pounce, but I'm not fully done with Lance Stroll yet. I'm about to set up my favourite overtake around the outside here, the one that we just keep pulling off time and time again. And you know what? Once again we've pulled it off. We're going to have another look at that. Stroll goes defensive, so I just think to myself, okay, I'm going to go around the outside again, and just the traction I'm getting around the outside there, I'm really enjoying that traction. But this battle is not over yet. Stroll is coming back at me. He's going to have a look up my inside into the hairpin. We're going to have to try and cover as much as we can round the outside. I'm going to get the better exit here, and Stroll giving me the space. I've just gone straight through and holding on to P5. You wouldn't believe half the events of this race if you'd seen it. There are so many weird incidents in this race. The incident at the restart when Markelov just piled everyone. Giovinazzi went into him. Norris and myself. Me going into Mick, which I apologise for. And then that random crash that Verstappen had going into Tsunoda and Vettel collecting them. It's just one of the weirdest races I've seen. But through it all, we are running in P5 in our very first My Team race of F1 2021. I'm a little bit gutted that we didn't make the podium because we were running in third, sitting pretty for it. But P5 is no small achievement. I will take that.
Over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Smiling faces on the pit wall after a superb win here at Sakhir. And rightly so. What a brilliant effort from the whole team. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, you know what they say, to finish first you have to finish. And that fact was clear today, with lots of retirements having a big effect on the outcome of the race. As a driver, you tend to keep reliability concerns to the back of your mind and just focus on what's in front of you. But for the teams, races like this can be very stressful.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Well, anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does, as the late great Murray Walker used to say, and that race is evidence of it. So Hamilton winning that one, Bottas getting second, then it's Ricciardo, Perez, myself, Norris ending up in P6 after everything he went through in that race, so a great comeback from him. Then it's Stroll, Leclerc, Sainz and Ocon grabbing that one final point. And then Gasly just missing out, Raikkonen 12th, Russell 13th, Alonso 14th, Vettel and Mazepin are the last of the finishers. There were just 16 finishers. 6 did not finish that race. What a high attrition rate that race had. Right, I'm going to leave you with the highlights and the constructors standings. Thank you so much for watching. Join me again when we play F1 2021 My Team Career Mode.